Welcome back to the Organic Rose. Today we're going to talk about cleaning your cutting board. This is distilled white vinegar. This is a scrub pad. This is an old rum bottle full of distilled white vinegar. I kind of like it. It's got some sentimental value. But I've got a wooden chopping block here, and I like using wood versus plastic. It treats your knives much better. It treats the edge of your knife much better. The plastic cutting boards tend to take the edge off, whereas the wood really doesn't as much. So, the boards do get cut up a little bit, but you know what? That's part of the patina of it. That's how it's going to age. And eventually, when the wood has too many grooves in it from your knives, from your cutting on it, then just simply take it outside and get a planer or a sander and just sand it down a little bit. You just have to go down like a 32nd or maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Get another smooth surface on it, clean it off really nicely, and you're ready to go again. So in between uses, what I do is I take some of this distilled white vinegar, and before I start this, I'm gonna show you, I don't know if you can see it or not, from here over has already been cleaned with distilled white vinegar. Okay, from here over here has not. You can see the different hues of the wood. This side being a little touch darker, this side being much lighter. So it just shows you that the vinegar actually does work. Vinegar is a great cleaner. It doesn't have any caustic chemicals in it. It's just vinegar. So, I mean, how can it get much purer than that? So we're gonna go ahead, and even though this has been done again, I'm gonna show you what I do. I shake it up because these vinegars are unfiltered. So sometimes we'll get some sediment on the bottom. I'll take my thumb over the bottle and just kind of shake it out. Slide this over there. And we'll take this over here, and let's go over here and do the side that I hadn't done before. And a lot of times you'll have drink rings from glasses that you set on here. This will get rid of those as well. Especially around this house, you'll see a bunch of glass rings with a little trace of red wine in them. Okay, so I'll close that up. It smells really good. And we'll just take the scrub pad and just gently kind of work it into the wood. And just gently scrub it in. Now you're going to have to let it sit for a while. Overnight is the best to get the optimum results. There we go. You just get as much of the block as you can. If you don't have enough vinegar on there, well, you know what? There's plenty more here. Sprinkle a little bit more in there. I buy vinegar by the gallon, just because cost-wise, it's much more effective. Buy it by the gallon, decant it into a small bottle. You'd be surprised how much less money that is. When you get towards the face, the end of the cutting block, like right here, it's right up mounted on top of a cabinet. Just be careful that the vinegar doesn't want to run down the face of your cabinet. If it does, just wipe it up with a sponge. You see any extra spots that need a little bit more attention, like that one, put a little bit more pressure on them. That's it. Now I'm just going to let it sit for 24 hours overnight, let it do its magic. Eventually all the vinegar is going to absorb into the wood. You may want to go ahead and take some clear water and rinse it off a little bit, so whatever food you're processing on the board is not going to pick up those vinegar flavors. But that's it. Sometimes what I'll do is also sprinkle the block with, when it's wet, I'll sprinkle the block with kosher salt all around. Just sprinkle, 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 and let the kosher salt absorb the vinegar. It'll pull it right up off the wood, and then the next day I just take a scraper, it's a dough cutter, and I just take it off, put the vinegared salt into the compost or put it into the vegetable garden, and you're done, ready to go. I'll catch you next time on The Organic Rose.